You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So, what I make you? Good? You're not good.
They always want to call him the bad guy.
You just know how to
Who
hide.
is he when he's been always so silent and never paid for any of those weak-ass promoting?
Me.
Always silence in the streets. Underground with the best beats.
I always tell them.
They said it's for the freeze.
Even when
I said for what they stainings, detainings. They restrict us, constrict us, but they was not a deep of an end for no conduct, but they was like the panda. Say hello, say goodbye for our lockdown. For this is legacy of mine. As I vanish, they will see for a loss of value to the power. They was coward, I didn't need to open up and no envelope or no hour. For weapon, living up a spray. They've been still out there to pretending that they knew the positive way. They can go for this way. Cause they've been weak, they ain't never been a war for no art, for no peak, for no mountain. When they acting like no giant, when they couldn't even lay in the side like in the seeing for me. And then I've been being for thee, and been never talking theme. They've been a gimmick for mimicking like a Riddick of bold. They've been acting like a John Cena and a no. I've been yelling WWE, but never WWF. Federation old soul, pepper nutty no, neighbors outsold. I didn't need to do that, I just did it what I told you about the underground rap. They was a whack, they was a sap, they was like CP up a Serpy, hippie, keepy, top and burpy, hippie, baby, on a need a baby, over on my travy, ho, double money, knowing you won't pull me up enough and know your sled, oh, your power, though, compliment the ladder, though, if you hear me, no, they ain't never had no altitude, though, they was low, they was in a life for strife, and if they had a blade, I would go and walk right into it in a trap knife, or they been a cut up and never been a dopeness for my brother when they was an old lover. They was a magnet about the chaos, like a triceratops. They was mid-tops, they was never for high, but they was always a blowing, and they was a proceeding of a street drive for street ride for street mind. Kindness never did me no good, but when I was aggressive, it was always told me for when that I could be exposed. So they can put the victimization of off them when they do it under my flows. They was acting like they was a rising, but they was fantasizing. They don't know about the prizing when they was analyzing. When they were favoring us, tipping or scripting when they pippin' and they know I straight up whip him. They ever give him like a pimpin' and no dipping. They was like limping and then the fold. They was like dimpling in a dimple. They was a pimple, shriveled like a liver hole. They're like a liver and a soul in the mythical like a fatty cirrhosis. Debating when they chose us and they different if the most of this is if they were hostess of a nasty of the toaster. They was a no roaster. They was a hoster for the doper. For my scoper, have you seen it for my no? I see it for the 10-time optical and an opto and then the deep. If you see it for the dream, and I see it for they weakest in their team. They ain't into nothing, no. That they having like a theme, what they scheming and then they deem. The what the be for what deed for what they know. How could that well just didn't go away? Shh, silence, yo. Shh, silence is creep. Silence is underground. Underground is street. It's never been commercially. Never needed a pay a promoter or needed a STAGAGE for the stagey and the aging and you want it provocatively. I wanna place me on your script, but I was told them I was never like that. They could be an out like an evil dick, evil boy, evil girl. I don't need to put it up and I don't need your name for referral. You've been low, they've been low, they've been low. They ain't really life I need to know.